more can I say?
Top Billin. All right, Top Billin, let's get right down to it. No foreplay on this one, right? So Falcons go out and reportedly agree to contract with Darqueze Dennard, and I couldn't be any more familiar with someone's skill set as I am with Darqueze Dennard because he comes from Michigan State, where my favorite DB coach, Harlan Barnett, is. He's back there, but he was also there. He's been there like 100 years, but he's been there. He was there when Darqueze was there, when Darqueze was the Thorpe Award winner, and I know everything. I bought Harlan Barnett's tape back in the day and actually featured Darqueze Dennard as well. But you see right here, man, Darqueze Dennard, usually very good with his feet. He's a very patient guy who likes to trust his feet to marry the receiver rather than just being extra grabby. Right? He trusts his technique. He plays cornerback with his feet, and he just understands the position. A very heady type guy. Where he probably kind of fails at in something like that is maybe his lack of size or lack of athleticism, but it's not from a lack of technicality. So I think from that standpoint, he could teach a lot of the younger guys some of his techniques and stuff. And he's a decently young guy himself. He can't be no more than 29 years old or something like that, judging by when he came into the league. But I think it's a really good pick up there. So I want to kind of get through this film study because I got to talk about that, how it pertains to the roster. What makes him a viable pickup for the Falcons as well is his understanding of zone concepts. Now, back in Michigan State, quarters coverage team, cover 4, playing the deepest of the deep for a quarter of the defense, working everything vertically. So press man coverage or close quarters coverage, touch and go coverage, all of that going vertical down the field, but within the zone confinement. But then get to the NFL, they already have a wealth of cornerbacks, which was kind of weird to me that the Bengals drafted them anyway. We're talking about Drake Kirkpatrick, Adam Jones, and later William Jackson. Him playing on the inside, you can just see it right here, and especially with their wealth of zone. So you can see him follow DJ Chark here to the inside. Kind of work back right there, but look at him. Look at his zone awareness. Peel back off the tight end. Working. Look at it again right here. See him, right? Follow the reduction from the receiver. Don't necessarily follow the receiver. See that he's standing to block. Working this zone area right here. When you get the quarterback, Gardner Minshew, coming out on a rollout. But look at him be able to play the tight end while playing the quarterback's eyes. Gives himself a nice PBU here by pretty much shadowing the tight end. That's what I talk about with being heady. Darqueze Dennard is a thinking man's cornerback. Not a great athlete, but not a bad athlete by any stretch of the imagination. But if we're being honest about the situation, I would bet that Bengals fans would think that he's a bust just because he was a first-round draft pick who played on the inside. Didn't really have a ton of production to his credit. But he's playing on the inside. Probably a little bit harder to have that type of production as an outside corner. But I think he's good for what he brings, even in the Bengals defense and definitely coming to the Falcons defense, but more on that a little bit later. All right, pretty much a cover 6 going on right here. Now watch him work his zone, but look at the awareness. To go and peel back off all the way in someone else's zone, break up the pass, just by following the quarterback. Let's check it out. We'll check it out from a different angle as well. But you can see him right here where his zone was originally. Peels back off of that. Now, look, this is where Minshew was going, trying to hit the back of the end zone here. It actually may be DJ Chark again, I believe. But look at him. Just in time, Johnny on the spot, goes up, breaks up the pass. Some serious zone awareness right there. All right, it's actually D.D. Westbrook. See Darqueze? Oh, nasty. Closes it right here. Goes up and breaks it up. Usually he breaks up passes through the receiver, not necessarily going for the ball. And that's one of the aspects of his game that I've never been a big fan of because that means he doesn't normally come up with a bunch of interceptions. I don't know exactly. I didn't look at the stats or anything like that, but I wouldn't be surprised just by watching. I've missed too many Bengals games. He probably has a couple of interceptions to his entire career. So not many passes deflected, but break up passes through the receiver is just a different way of going about it. He's a very physical player, and he's a very good tackler. Like, I always thought that he could be a very good safety, like at the back half of his career, or even start his career if they thought about that. It reminds me a lot of what Malcolm Jenkins was as a cornerback. Definitely having him on the inside, almost like a college version of a star, like a nickel back that they would call a star, where you put him on the inside just because he's good at tackling, being able to run an alley like this, close down on the running back. That's his game right there. Definitely going to add that. The Falcons are already pretty good at that anyway, right? Definitely want to talk about that and how this could kind of stunt the growth of a guy like Kendall Sheffield. All right, back in the slot here, working against Jamison Crowder, I believe. Watch him work against this over route. Look at him play cornerback with his feet. Turn at the last second. Hell of a play. Let's go back on it one more again. See the patience there. Not putting hands on man. Rarely see him put hands on man. Obviously, it's the slot, so you don't get the benefit of that. And he didn't really do it that much in college. He didn't really have to. He's just one of these guys who understands playing with his feet, which I think could be a very good thing for a guy like Isaiah Oliver to see, who's extremely grabby, and sometimes he gets himself out of position by just having to reach out and touch somebody instead of keeping his feet moving and trusting that his feet are the pilot in cornerback play. All right, now going against Jarvis Landry. As you can see, man, you playing in a slot. You play against some pretty big names. And it's pretty big names without the advent of being able to use, or without the benefit of being able to use your hands. Playing off-man coverage, you see him here. Simply flip those hips. Work this way. Now this time he gets a speed turn here to be able to undercut this, which I'm not totally down with right there, but he makes it work there. Landry rounds it off. He's still in position. Breaks up the pass. Let it rock from here. Same kind of deal right there. Didn't really lose any ground on that speed turn. However, pass was a little bit, pass was pretty good. He's just right up in his ass right there, right? Grinding. Dick to hips, what we call it right there. Grinding like a Jamaican club right up on the man. So great play right there. All right, you see box duty here because of the reduction from Jarvis Landry. Look at him. Shoot the gap. Oh. Love it. Great awareness right there to notice that Landry's staying in, helping the block. So that means you're free. You don't have to release into coverage. Makes a play, 1 or 2 yards down the field on Kareem Hunt right there. So he's a complete football player. Is he dynamic? Not at all. Not dynamic, but very complete, very headed, very heady, very solid, very physical, and can show these young boys a thing or two here. But the thing about that is, in my opinion, is this is what I pondered about here in the comment section with everyone who kept telling me about a veteran corner. So you guys wanted a veteran corner. Here you go. I like Darqueze Dennard a lot, but I like the guys that Atlanta already has on the team. I want to see them grow. Kendall Sheffield, I don't know what this does for his momentum in the slot. Isaiah Oliver, I want to see him play on the outside. You already have a veteran in Bleedy Ray Wilson on the outside as well. Unless he's gone or something. Why ain't nobody talking about Bleedy Ray Wilson? I'm confused. Is he gone? If he's gone, then it's all good or whatever like that. But if you still have Bleedy Ray Wilson, he knows the scheme. He should be good at an outside spot, at least in a rotation. You let somebody like A.J. Terrell learn from him. And then, because he's been an outside corner. And then you have your guy like Isaiah Oliver. He's in his 3rd year. He's pretty much a veteran now. He's seen a lot of football. Let him learn and continue to grow. I know this is a pivotal year. It's a year where they need to win. It's almost damn near playoffs or bust. So I understand that. All hands on deck. I think they're making great moves. A lot of solid players. A lot of players I don't think that will disrupt the apple cart or upset the apple cart and be able to go around the veteran stars that Atlanta has on his team. So great work from that standpoint. But, man, I think some of these young cats are ready. And then, I don't know. Let me know what you think about that. I just don't understand what adding another veteran corner would do, especially one like this that I think that you have to play because he's as good as anybody you have on the roster. Let's say it moves Bleedy Ray out from the outside, which I don't believe. Dennard probably shouldn't be playing on the outside of anybody's defensive formation or anybody's defensive backfield. So playing on the inside, does that move Kendall Sheffield outside maybe? Why would you do that? You got Isaiah Oliver, and then you have A.J. Terrell, who's definitely an outside corner, bringing up the rear there, just needing to learn. I don't know. And then you got to think about this as well, right? If Keanu Neal's healthy and, of course, my boy Ricardo Allen is there, DeMonte KZ, his best spot is probably playing on the inside as well. So what does that do for him? Just a big logjam there, and with some guys. Of course, KZ's a veteran as well, played a lot of football. So I don't know. All hands on deck though. So we'll see how it works out there. You guys know me. I wanted another cat in the backfield, preferably Devontae Freeman, but a lot of cats even threw Lamar Miller out there, and I wouldn't be opposed to that as well. I just think you need one more veteran presence there who understands how to play without the ball in their hands. Will there be pass protection and then catching the ball out of the backfield? And, of course, we know Devontae Freeman provides that. Be a nice 1-2 punch with Ty Gurley, high-end elite backs like that. But it is what it is, man. Let me know what you think about that. All you guys who watch to the end, I know most of you guys don't watch to the end, so you're not even going to hear me answer this question. But those who do, please answer that. What do you think this does? And give me your depth chart for how you would work it at the cornerback position. But with that being said, man, it's your boy Murph, the Underground King. Tell a friend to tell a friend. This is where the best coverage of football period is, but where the best Falcons coverage lays. It's right here up on Top Billin Sports. With that being said, peace.
What more can I say?
Top Billin.